Understanding the second law of power. Never put too much trust in friends. Learn how to use enemies. In the game of power, success often depends not only on who you trust, but also on how you strategically handle relationships with those around you. One of the most misunderstood, yet powerful laws in Robert Greene's 48 Laws of Power is the second law. Never put too much trust in friends. Learn how to use enemies. This may seem counterintuitive at first, but as we dive deeper into this law, we'll uncover why relying on friends can be risky and how enemies can sometimes offer greater opportunities. In this video, we'll explore the key lessons behind this law and how you can apply them in your own journey to success. What does it mean to avoid blind trust in friends? The second law warns that friends, though they may seem reliable, can often be unpredictable and can lead to complacency. It's important to understand that friends may feel obligated to help you out of loyalty, but their true motivations can sometimes be hidden. They may expect favors in return, become jealous, or act out of personal interest. On the other hand, enemies can be more predictable because their motivations are clearer. They may respect you for your strengths or align with you for mutual benefit. In short, trusting friends blindly can lead to disappointment, while learning how to use enemies strategically can create powerful alliances. Using enemies to your advantage. One of the most surprising insights from this law is how enemies can actually be valuable. Enemies often offer something that friends cannot: clarity. They are direct, and their actions are often more predictable because you already expect resistance. This makes them easier to manipulate or even turn into allies when the situation calls for it. History shows countless examples of great leaders who used their enemies to rise in power. Think of how political rivals form alliances during elections, or how business competitors merge to dominate a market. By turning enemies into allies, you create a strategic advantage, often stronger than any friendship could provide. Examples of the second law in action. Throughout history, there are many powerful examples of this law in action. One notable case is that of Henry VIII and Thomas Cromwell. Despite being enemies at one point, Cromwell rose to become one of Henry's closest and most trusted advisors. By leveraging the strengths and weaknesses of someone he initially distrusted, Henry gained immense political power. Another example is Steve Jobs and Bill Gates. Once bitter rivals, they later collaborated for mutual benefit when Apple and Microsoft formed a partnership in the 1990s. These examples prove that using enemies strategically can lead to extraordinary results. How to apply this law in everyday life. So, how can you apply this law in your own life? Start by analyzing your friendships and understanding that not everyone's intentions are as pure as they may seem. You don't need to cut ties, but being cautious and aware of potential pitfalls will help you avoid being blindsided by betrayal or hidden motives. In professional settings, don't shy away from working with people you may not like or trust completely. Sometimes, collaborating with those who challenge you can push you to achieve greater things. Always remember that your most powerful allies may come from the least expected places. By thinking strategically, you can navigate complex relationships and stay one step ahead in the game of power. In conclusion, the second law of power teaches us a crucial lesson about human nature. Not everyone who appears friendly can be trusted, and those who seem like enemies may hold untapped potential. Success in the world of power requires you to be cautious, strategic, and willing to see value where others see only threats. By mastering this law, you'll be able to form stronger alliances, avoid betrayal, and rise to new levels of success. Keep this law in mind the next time you're faced with the decision of whom to trust and whom to keep closer than you think.